Hey guys, Dread being joined by Sapphire. We've got a special 4v4 match here, so we've got some crazy business. Now, this is Sand Canyon. Now, Sapphire, who have we got here?
Yeah, we've got TA, Clan TA, which is one of their high profile members is Deth, who you will recognise as one of Australia's best Terrans who've just switched to Zerg and had that really exciting bunch of games against Pinder that it's up on our channel. Really good games there. So yeah, Deth is playing in this, as is Dell actually. If you guys don't know Dell, he's actually a pretty good gamer himself, and he's the organiser of just about every meaningful tournament in Australia right now. He organises the King of the Hill, the Trans Tasman, runs a bunch of the other tournaments going on right now, like the SC Oceania tournament, and basically everyone should know Dell because he's organised all the amazing tournaments. He's playing in this, and his team are all Zergs. Look at all this Zerg. Another guy I don't know, Edge and Cosmic. They're both TA guys. So this side of the map, these four Zergs have all chosen Zerg, and he's up against a few well-known faces here. SephyreSC was a pretty well-known face in Brood War, and he's playing with Turtle, who did really well in the Trans Tasman. He was really exciting to watch, and he was carving his way out through day one, and as well as Minbari and Exo, who I don't actually know. So, considering this is 4 vs 4, I imagine we're going to see super rushes coming out. We are seeing a fast spawning pool down coming from Exo. Looking at all of these Zergs who've chosen Zerg, so SephyreSC and Turtle's team must be expecting a rush. Look at all these spawning pools going down. Look at, they're already going out, so they're all going super fast here. Looking like a 7 pool coming out from Dell. We're also going to see Zergling party very soon all over the place. So this is a little something crazy and a little something ludicrous just to mix it up. So I hope you enjoy this 4 vs 4.
Man, yeah, we've been casting a couple of Terran games where there's been a lot of siege tank action, which aren't the quickest games in the world. So now it's a very refreshing change to see just 4 guys going 7 pool. Now we're just having a party in Yellow's base, I'm sure. So this is going to be amazing to see how they actually can defend this if it works quite well. Because already Death's Zergling's going to be going into this base, going straight in. The Zealot not in position, so we've already got some crazy business now, just flooding in with Dell's Zerglings too. So I'd also like to say huge props to Dell for all the work he's done. But yeah, we'll continue with this Zerg rush going on.
Yeah, congratulations, Lyrak. You win a whole bunch of Zerglings in your base. Looking like they were splitting the Zergling attack initially, sending a bunch of Zerglings into Exo's base, but now they're focusing on SephyreSC, working on his gateways. The Zealot's being trapped. SephyreSC lost that pawn in the middle. One gateway being unpowered. Pretty bad shape here for SephyreSC. More Zerglings trying to get into this Terran base of Turtle, but Turtle is walled off. They're working on this gateway in the final pylon. Not interested in getting the probes. This is interesting. You'd think that they split some of these off. These gateways are unpowered. They should take them away. If you hear me, Edge, there you go, you heard me. Go and work on the probes and the Nexus, you want to deny that. While we are seeing more craziness going on in the south of the map, Cosmic and Dell trying to work on Exo's base, but Exo got a fast micro up by pooling early, so not having much traction. Lots of Zerglings in his base. Another wall off there for Minbari. Little gap they can try and run through, but they're going to be fried behind this Terran wall, and there's a bunking there. So Turtle and Minbari are looking pretty comfortable right now. Just a case of whether or not Exo can hold off for long enough. He's got to be careful. Cosmic's on hold position, although now he does click out of it, so he does become aware of that. So Exo's kind of trapped right now, and SephyreSC's base is being leveled in the meantime. That final gateway going down. He's trying to get his probes out, and Dell's in pursuit. So this Quad Zerg predictable 7 pull all around party has done its initial damage. Lots of craziness now going on in Exo's base. He's really going to need his Terran buddies to come in and bail him out, and a bunch of drones going down. Huge amount of Zerglings having a party in his base. Here come the Marines, joined by a bunch of Reapers. These Reapers are going to be doing a lot of damage if he micros, and it is Turtle, so I imagine they're going to see some good micro. Although these Zerglings are now on the Reapers, he's got to be careful, finally kicking in. Marines coming to join the party. We are seeing this Queen go down. SephyreSC's probes joining the fight. Looking like Minbari's got a nice positioning on his Marines right there, so they're going to drive these final Zerglings out. Turtle microing his Reapers to keep them alive. So they do hold the second base, and now they're in a little bit of a situation because they've gone for this 7 pool build, which gimps you economically, whereas both Terran players are in pretty good shape. So just looking at the income tab here, which is a massive screen. Look at all those freaking numbers. But yeah, the Minbari and Turtle's team are in much better economical situation right now, but we are seeing an expansion going up for, a rebuild going up for SephyreSC. No expansions going down for the Zerg. Lair tech going on all over the place, so we're going to see Spire City going up. The production tab is just ridiculous, so it's almost unusable in a 4 vs 4. But We are seeing Spy coming up for Deth, Spy coming down for Spine Crawler's going down for Del, so he's being a little bit curious. His Lair tech's a little bit delayed. Lair coming online for Edge, and they're all throwing up Spine Crawlers, so we a little bit defensive maneuver there, and they're all a little bit worried about this counterattack. So Spine Crawler's going up all over the place, and that's always an interesting investment because you're going to lose a drone building it. So right now, just one player down, but more craziness assumingly to come.
Jeez, I'd like to say you've done well to keep up with what's just happened because I'm watching it and I've got no idea what's going on here. So we got these mutas coming out, we got hydras, some spires, roaches. We've got reapers flying around with some siege tank research being made now. So yeah, there's just some crazy business. But you know, just curiously, CSIRAC or the yellow player did not get taken out. So even though he did get he did have a Zerg party in his base, he is alive with a bunch of these probes. So if he can get protected here by Minbari's bunkers and all his units right next to him, he should be in good shape. Meanwhile, Minbari's moving across the map with basically all these Reapers, and they're going to have a counterattack going on with a bunch of these Reapers in Banelings, so we should see something going on right now.
Yeah, here comes the counter. So many Reapers for Turtle right here. And it's going to be hugely annoying to deal with this many Reapers. They're going to tear through this spawning pool. It's got to be careful. We could see a hatchery snipe with so many Reapers. Their grenades do so much damage. Looking like Deth's trying to come and reinforce, bringing his Zerglings and his mutas, but looks like they may just be abandoning Cosmic space. All the drones being fried. These mass Reapers working on these spine crawlers. Drones retreating back down to the Queen, trying to get a surround off, but these Banelings are going to go, oh, we could be seeing drone soup, and yes we do, massive amount of drones being turned into pools of green acid right there. Deth pulling in his mutas to try and do some work. He's got to be careful of this mass ball of Marines, so already the counter from doing so many 7 pools being effective, taking 1 out. So now it's pretty even, although CSIRAC has rebuilt. So Cosmic is going to have to somehow get a drone out and try and rebuild somewhere. Meanwhile, we are seeing these Terran players looking around the map, make sure there's no sneaky expansions, just hopping up and down in the middle of the map, possibly thinking about going and sniping another base. The TA team were prepping up to try and hold at Edge's base, but no, looking like they're going to switch, go top. Look like these Reapers might catch these out of position here, although Del flying over these Reapers. Del, you need to click your mutas on these Reapers. Deth is realizing it, he realizes what's going on. Del's flying his mutas right to the other side of the map. Meanwhile, we are seeing these Marines coming in to try and counter Deth's mutas, but his micro is pretty damn good right there, just trying to back and forth a little bit. This huge amount of Reapers now running north, heading towards Deth's base, but there's lots of creep, so he's going to pick this up pretty early, and he's got good positioning on his Overlords. He's got a Northern 1 Overlord as well, watching the gold. Bunch of Reapers there, working on the destructible rocks, and now they're flying up. They're going to run underneath these mutas, so a bunch more reinforcements coming in. So CSIRAC's team is coming in here with Banelings, a bunch of Reapers. Reapers going to work trying to get that spawning pool. Bunch of mutas from Deth trying to work on these Reapers, but now we have Minbari's Marines coming in to try and work on these mutas. These mutas are going to take huge damage from these Marines, and Deth realizes it, pulling it back. Want to be careful, he's going to lose his lair there. These grenades do so much damage. Edge trying to come in to shut down these Reapers. Most of those Reapers going down, but he did lose his lair. That's a big, expensive loss for Deth, even though he's not going to do too much damage and take him out of the game. It does slow him right down by taking out that lair, and it shuts down mining his main. So big loss there for Deth, and you're seeing from Deth's point of view, his income is going down quite significantly, and he's only just now getting that good saturation from his natural. So interesting spot the team Zerg Rush is in right now, because they're a little bit behind the 8 ball, and they're going to need to come up with some kind of strategy to play themselves back in this game.
Yeah, there are 4 Zergs on this one team, so I would have loved to have seen I mean, maybe when this game maybe evens itself out a slight bit, a nice Zerg superhighway to the other guy's base, because they can do it quite quickly if they get a roll on. It'll really help these units out. But yeah, there's just so much on the field right now. There's hatcheries going down in the middle. There's just a bunch of these Hydras now knocking on the door of Turtle, and all he's got is Reapers and a handful of Marauders, so this could be very, very bad for him. Yeah, there's so many Hydras now. It's only him though, so it's going to be one-on-one in this base for the moment. But you know, all these Hydras going to town on these Marauders, and all these reinforcements getting taken out very, very quickly. It looks like Turtle really needs some reinforcements very, very, very quickly, because all he's got is these barracks, which is going to get completely taken out. So yeah, just a lot of crazy business. These mutas flying around, taking out yeah, just taking out anything in their way, and oh man, this is so much.
Yeah, Deth's actually